What's up? You got your boy Dyreck, AKAI Native Shades, reminding you to like and subscribe. Cause today I got a question. How do you make your music? How do you produce? Are you a VOLTRON producer? Or are you a one-man gang? Now, the concept of a VOLTRON producer is somebody that you might have a Roland Phantom, an MPC 60, a Korg mini log, a micro Korg XL, and just combined everything together and make your music. Like a combinator producer kind of guy, like Devastator or something like that. Are you that kind of producer? Or are you the type of producer where you only work on one machine or want to work on one machine and try to figure out everything about that machine before you go to the next one? What kind of producer are you? Now, both styles can work. Learning one machine is good because you really learn that machine. You know the ins and out of the machine. You know how to make it sound the way you want it to sound, how to make it groove the way you want it to groove. I mean, you could be so nice where you can figure out how to make it make breakfast for you in the morning, So learning one machine does have its bonuses. Now, the con, some folks say, is that you just pigeonhole yourself. One machine might not be able to do one technique that well. Even though it can do it, it might not be able to do it well. Like your kids might be excited and say, "Hey, Dad, we know how to make bacon, egg, and cheese." And you're like, "Oh, okay, great. Let me try some." And when you see it, you realize, oh, okay, they made bacon, egg, and cheese. But did they make it well? And that brings us to the combinator producer, the VOLTRON guy, the guy that puts in a ton of different pieces and makes it all work in unison, and that's how they make their music. A lot of folks work like this. This is the way they work. They get what they can out of every piece of equipment that they're using. I know guys that will use 20 cents to get something done, and you might say it's excessive, but in a way, they create their own sound. So I could definitely see that they have their own thing going, their own sound that kind of can't be duplicated. Like it's their own arena, so to speak. While if you're just using one piece of gear, sometimes people could tell, oh, okay, you got that from this piece of gear. Like when RZA used the siren on the MC909 for the movie Kill Bill, everyone kind of could tell, oh yeah, that's the 909 siren. Or even in some of the MP7, the EMU MP7 sounds, when certain producers used them, people was like, yo, that's that drums hit from the MP7, or those are the horns from the MP7, So people knew the sound source that you were using. And sometimes, especially back in the days, you didn't want that. You wanted to keep your gear secret. I would say I've fallen to the one-man army category, at least for now. And it was almost by mistake, but it was kind of like at the time, I only could choose seldom pieces of gear. I didn't have 100 pieces to choose from. So the pieces I had, I just learned everything about it. And the next piece I had, I learned everything about that, and I kept going. Probably not every single thing, but as much as I could, and I just kept going with that kind of format. And I'm always using workstations or sampler workstations, a lot of all-in-one kind of machine, so it's easy for me to focus on one machine, learn everything about it, and go to the next. But obviously, if all you have is a MIDI keyboard, you do need other pieces of gear with that. So what's your cup of tea? Do you work with multiple pieces of gear to make your magic? Or are you a one-man gang like me? Let me know in the comments section. So this is your boy Dyreck, AKAI Native Shades, reminding you to go down low in the description and get that Synth City sound library. It's the last week, ladies and gentlemen, then it's off the market. And remember what they said, the best city in the world is a synth city. So this is your boy Dyreck, AKAI Native Shades, reminding you to like and subscribe. And I'm signing off.